All right, let's get right into it. Behind every epic blockbuster, behind every single mind-blowing visual effect you've ever seen, there's a hidden battle going on. And no, it's not with aliens or superheroes. It's a battle for pixels. It's a clash of software titans. And today, we're pulling back the curtain on this digital duel. It's a funny question, right? I mean, what could possibly connect a galaxy far, far away, Earth's mightiest heroes, and the green screen your local weather person stands in front of? Well, they all depend on the exact same fundamental magic trick, a process called compositing. At its core, compositing is really just the art of a super sophisticated digital collage. You're taking all these different ingredients, an actor filmed on a green screen, a CGI monster, a digital background, and you're layering them together so perfectly that it looks like they were all shot in the same place at the same time. It is the absolute bedrock of modern movie magic. Now, our two main competitors, Nuke and Fusion, are both absolute masters of this craft. But they do it using a really unique and powerful system, a kind of visual flowchart for effects. So welcome to the node battlefield. So most of us get the idea of layers, like in Photoshop, it's like a stack of see-through pancakes. It works, but man, it can get messy and complicated really fast. A node-based workflow, on the other hand, is totally different. It looks like a flowchart. Each little box or node is one specific job: a blur, a color correction, a merge. You just connect the boxes to build your effect. It gives you this incredible non-destructive power and flexibility. I know. That flowchart might look more complicated at first glance. But this quote from Blackmagic, the makers of Fusion, really gets to the heart of it. With nodes, your entire creative process is mapped out visually. You can see the whole recipe for your image, from start to finish. And you can just pop a new ingredient in, or take one out, anywhere along the line, without wrecking the whole thing. It's powerful stuff. So in practice, it's actually pretty logical. First, you bring in your footage. Then you start connecting nodes to combine things and add your effects, like keying out a green screen or adding a blur. And finally, you hook it all up to one last node, the output. It's a completely visual way of building an image from the ground up. Okay, let's meet contender number one. In the world of high-end, big-budget movie making, there is one undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion, and its name is Foundry's Nuke. If you've seen a blockbuster in the last 20 years, you have seen Nuke's handiwork. Nuke's got some serious street cred. It was literally born inside the legendary VFX house Digital Domain way back in '93. It was so good, so revolutionary, that it won its own Academy Award for technical achievement. Eventually, it was bought by the Foundry, which turned it into the global powerhouse it is today. It's the standard for a reason. And when I say standard, I mean it. We're talking about the titans, the absolute legends. Weta Digital, ILM, Framestore, Sony, Disney. You name a top studio, and I guarantee you, Nuke is the engine at the very heart of their visual effects pipeline. So what makes it so special? Well, one of its killer features is something called deep compositing. Now, stick with me here. Think of it like this. Regular compositing is like putting a sticker on a glass of water. Deep compositing is like dropping an ice cube into the water. It stores depth for every pixel, which means you can place an element inside of another element, like putting text inside swirling smoke, and it just works. It looks real. It's an absolute game changer. But Nuke's real secret sauce, its true dominance, comes from being built for massive teams. It's not just a tool, it's a platform. It's designed to be customized with code, to plug into huge production management systems, and to handle color science with scientific precision. It's made for hundreds of artists to work together on one giant project. But every king has a challenger. And stepping into the ring is the powerful and, frankly, incredibly accessible contender, Blackmagic Fusion. It's not a standalone software, though. It's a full-on, node-based compositor that lives directly inside the super popular editing and color grading suite, DaVinci Resolve. And this really sets up the core conflict, the big idea behind this whole battle. On one side, you have Nuke, the specialized, industry-standard tool that costs a premium. And on the other, you have Fusion, the integrated, accessible, all-in-one challenger. Its whole philosophy is about putting these pro tools into the hands of way more people. And nothing, I mean nothing, shows that difference better than the price tag. A single license for Nuke Studio for 1 year is over $6,000. DaVinci Resolve Studio, which includes the entire Fusion VFX suite, is a one-time purchase of about $300. And there's even a free version that is ridiculously powerful. That accessibility is Fusion's knockout punch. Now, don't let that price fool you. This isn't some amateur tool. There's a reason it's been called Hollywood's secret weapon. Fusion has been used to create killer effects on huge movies like The Hunger Games, The Avengers, Terminator Genesis, the list goes on. It is absolutely a pro-level, battle-tested compositor. I love this quote. It's from the VFX community on Reddit, and it just perfectly sums up the vibe right now. Nuke in the streets. That means Nuke is what you use for your 9-to-5 at a big studio. It's the professional, corporate standard. DaVinci in the sheets, that's Fusion. It's the tool artists love, the one they use for their own passion projects, for freelance gigs, the one that's quietly winning hearts and minds. So the battle lines have been drawn. But here's the twist. The battlefield itself is changing under their feet. 2 massive tech shifts are rewriting all the rules for both Nuke and Fusion. And those are AI and real-time rendering. First up, AI. You know, machine learning is no longer some sci-fi concept. It's here, and it's a practical tool that's completely changing VFX by taking over some of the most tedious, mind-numbing jobs that artists have to do. Nuke's big AI tool is called Copycat, and it is brilliant. Here's how it works. An artist takes a really tricky shot, and they manually fix just a few frames to make them look perfect. Then they feed those before and after shots to the AI. The AI literally learns the artist's style and intention, and then it applies that same fix to the entire rest of the sequence. It's like having an army of junior artists who already know exactly what you want. The second huge shift is the move to real-time. For decades, a VFX artist's life has been make a change, then wait. You wait for the computer to render the image, which could take minutes or hours. But now, thanks to video game engine tech, that's all changing. Artists can increasingly make a change and see the final result instantly. And of course, neither side is sleeping on this. Both are racing to adapt. Nuke has new tools that let it connect directly to Unreal Engine, a game engine. And DaVinci Resolve is building out its all-in-one system to make Fusion an absolute monster for real-time effects and graphics. The race is on. So, here we are. We've got the established champion, built for giant studios. And we've got the accessible, all-in-one challenger that's winning over a new generation of creators. And both of them are being completely reshaped by the forces of AI and real-time tech. So that brings us to the final big picture. And this really is the biggest question of all. When the tools of the pros become affordable for everyone, and AI starts automating the work that used to take armies of artists, what happens next? The line between a $100 million studio and one incredibly talented person in their bedroom starts to get very, very blurry. So this battle between Nuke and Fusion, it's not just about software anymore. It's about who gets to make the magic in the future.